This is a 1660 Super, and we're going to be testing it in Valorant. Our CPU for today is the i5-12600K with 32 gigs of RAM, running at 6,000 megahertz. All right, so we did want to test like one more like CPU-based game, so we're going to go high settings on Valorant with a 1660 Super at 1080p, and this is way more even CPU bound than even our CS2 benchmark that we did earlier in this video, or that is on the channel if you're watching the standalone of this. You do not need much to play a good game of Valorant, and it's just not much at all. And so, you know, as you can see, we're rocking at 1080p and we're over like 300 FPS. But I do want to play a little bit more with some more abilities, can't talk, just to make sure that we are, you know, in the right headspace. And I'm so glad they added Swift Play so that I can benchmark stuff like this, because no way, 148. All right, so on this round, again, before the buy phase, you're always going to have a little bit more FPS. But then after that, it could get a little better. That last round, I didn't even have time to talk because Ray's hit me with a ghost somehow. These guys playing Swift Play like it's like the ranked game mode over here. I'm just trying to shield and look at my FPS numbers. We're talking about like... So we are getting over 340-ish, 300 FPS. But I do want to check, because you can run this in, you know, pretty good settings. So let's try like 14. No, not that. That's not 1440p. Let's try 1440p and see what kind of FPS numbers we get. See how bad it drops it. Still getting over 240. And I'll tell you what, guys, 1440p, if you ain't ever played on 1440p, it's what they call a game changer. And this is what we call my team getting pooped on. But 240 FPS, 1440p, I mean, I think that's pretty cool, to be honest. So there are a few drops here and there with our FPS. What? But for the most part, it stays right around 240 at 1440p in Valorant, which, you know, you really can't be too upset with. But one more, just because we got a couple rounds left here, why not just see, for kicks and giggles, what it do at 4K? Let's just try. But, you know, we got to love old Peter here. And you can barely see the FPS counter up there because of... it's just one more round. Just play the round out, man. You can barely see the FPS counter up there because when it goes to 4K, it's so small. But we're rocking
Every choice matters. Fire in the hole. They will cover. They will cover.
No! Like 100, 120 FPS at 4K, 1660 Super. That was just for fun. If you want to see more on the 1660 Super, click here. And if we have any other Valorant videos, they'll be here.